So Putin moves south, struggle for the Eurasian heartland. Interesting premise, by the way. A major war between a NATO coalition and a Russian Confederation over the Central Asian republics. Ended turn 2. And so here's just some general commentary, and then should be picking up with turn 3 next. For those keeping score, yeah, this game is a go. It's good, it's fun, it's interesting. Probably heavy on game, more heavy on game than I prefer, but not a lot of competition, I think. Yeah, this game just doesn't have a lot of direct competition, so there's that. So, first commentary about SF. The Russian Confederation have a lot of SF compared to the NATO coalition. And I was thinking, strategy-wise, why wouldn't you just keep using your SF to go after enemy, or for the Russians? So for the Russians, go after NATO coalition's side cities, obviously, but the cities have your objectives in it. Your objectives are capitals, energy points, nuclear sites, ports. So those are worth victory points. So why wouldn't you just keep hitting, take your SF units and keep hitting NATO coalition controlled objectives? And especially if you get a major base, then you're getting action point increase as well, and decreasing for the enemy, for the coalition side. I don't see why that isn't a viable strategy. Maybe I'll try to play that here, see what happens. Here's a big thing. So with respect to the procedure for the SF insurgency operations that I've talked about in more than one video already, I went ahead to the later game, where Axis of Evil Iran, which is an updated version of this family of games, this series, unnamed though. I still don't know that the series has a name, but first of all, I didn't see anything different. The rule looks just the same as far as I can tell, so that didn't really help. But then I was scanning the rest of the rules, the Axis of Evil Iran, and I noticed that the ZOC rules are totally different. So in Axis of Evil Iran, it clearly says all mobile units have a ZOC. So then I was thinking, in the Axis of Evil Iran rules, what is a mobile unit? So I was looking around. I did not find where it was specified, but finally it became clear, mobile unit means any ground unit that's not a garrison. So that's basically all the rest of your ground units that are not either an enabler like the SF units or a garrison. So another way to look at it is, because SF aren't on the board, well, yeah, considering what's on the board, you have your ground units, and your normal ground units, and you have your garrisons. Garrisons still do not have ZOCs, but all the rest of your ground units have ZOCs. This turns out to be really significant. I think, or I'm seeing, because of one thing, and that is you cannot move. You cannot move from an EZOC to an EZOC. So if you roll for a ground unit and you roll 3, for example, 3 movement points, I mean, you're not getting far. You're not getting far, yeah. But this, now you have what I'm not going to use the professional wargamer definition, but you have medium locking Zocs now. That makes a difference. So I know I tried to move the NATO MEF here. I wanted to move it right into Bukhara, where I changed the garrison recently, and I can't, because now this Combined Arms Corps has a Zoc. It didn't have a Zoc before. In the Putin Move South rules, if you'll remember, I said only hyperwar units have Zocs. Anyways, after I read all that in Axis of Evil or Ron, the first thing that popped into my mind is this meant to be retroactive to Putin Move South? And then 2 sentences later, I think it's in the designer notes, it does say specifically this is meant to apply retroactively to Putin Move South. So from here on out, immediately I changed, and actually that's why I had to change my movement here, because I'm playing this way. So all ground units, all mobile units is the way they term it, have zones of control. So all these units now around here have zones of control, which will change things. Then what were the other things? It seems significant to pay attention to the objectives. So there's an energy site, so that is a VP. That is an objective worth VPs. Here's a capital and a major base. I believe these are cumulative for VP purposes. So that's significant. Let's see. How to win, determining victory points. If a city has more than one objective symbol, it counts for that many. So, so they are cumulative. For example, a city with both an energy symbol and a military base counts as 2 VP. Yeah, so objectives do include bases. That's funny. Oh, okay, there it is. Never mind. Yeah, so this is worth 2 VP. It's worth a VP for the base and being a capital. Capital. There's another base that's worth VP. So there's a lot of VP actually spread out over the map. To me, that's interesting. Maybe that's not unusual for games of this scale and scope. Of course, I don't play this scale and scope very often. Is that typical or not? I don't know, but I think I should start playing. It's interesting because I normally in the, I don't know, what I call a smash 'em up World War II type battle where you're just moving against and trying to destroy enemy. I don't think that's the focus here. I think the focus here are the objectives, which again are spread very. See, this is 2, port and military base. So yeah, this is 4. Tehran, for example, is worth 4. It has a nuclear site. It has a major military base. It has an energy site, and it's a capital. Well, I wonder if that's the granddaddy of them all on this map. Interesting, though. Interesting.